Adriane Mayes, AI genius, building billionaire brands with AI. We have a special here today, exploring the power of random acts of kindness and wealth creation. I have a special presentation that before I bring him to the stage, I want to just take the time to say thank you for this opportunity to speak with our guest speaker today. You know, it's going to be a treat. We're going to make sure that we get all of the automation going, the AI going, and getting things to make sure we maximize this opportunity. So before I bring him on, I want to just kind of talk about what we'll talk about here today, and that's building billionaire brands with AI. And when we're doing that building brands, this guest speaker doesn't even know, but he actually made a huge impact in my life, just even the beginning of January when we first began the program with Billie Jean. And so when we started the program with Billie Jean's marketing, he came to me and was telling me in January to actually talk about doing a podcast. And so as I quickly go through this, I'm going to speak about our guest presenter today or speaker today. We're going to take about 15 minutes of his time. Mr. Howard White, this is going to be an honor to me because, again, his role in AI education, we are all sleeping on this phenomenal done beats perfect mentor, this growth coach. And, you know, we have a no excuse policy here when Howard is in the room. And what that means is we don't make excuses for anything. And so when I say that, let me have the honor of bringing to the stage Howard White. His approach is one with AI that I have to take a moment and speak about. As I was having the opportunity to do the research on Howard, because I've asked him for a bio, and there's so many things that goes on when you want to be perfect and you're a perfectionist in Adriane Mayes' world. But that's not how life works. And every time it's like my friend gives me a call at the right moments, this angel from Louisiana. You know, he's an AI implementer and a business strategic coach and a growth coach, and has done so many different things, not just with his promotional business for the HBCU community, which stands for Historically Black Communities, Community Colleges, but community universities. Don't shoot me. I went to Murray State. But what I'm saying is the key thing is his approach and how he's integrating just the sports of AI, of the conversation. And when I spoke with him just this past week, I know he didn't think that we were going to go ahead and talk today. But, you know, what ended up happening this morning, I thought about what he shared with me, honestly, last night and this morning. He said, none beats perfect, Adriane. And I'm such a perfectionist. So much has been going on this past week. And I just thank you, Howard, for being the strategic business coach that you are, even before this call, just even a moment ago, just sharing with me how we could just implement a virtual background just to change, just the insight you had at the right moments. So I just thank you for just being able to interact with programs like Billie Jean, to be able to have a mentor just like you, because I'm different. I listen, and I seriously looked at the 91-day program again that you had for realtors and showed how personal branding, and then looked at the different opportunities that you have going on now that we talked about with you doing AI education with Barbados and the chatbots, and being able to help people with the conversation when you're connected with the different events that you're going to. Just, you know, it just aligns with what God has in plan for geniuses. You know, you're taking this course, and we haven't even talked. And like I said, I process things differently, but I also look at the direction that our organization goes into is wealth creation, financial education, the travel experiences, AI education. And, you know, I just want to thank you for just taking a moment, because now this Random Acts of Kindness campaign was coming in line with you today, just connecting with me. So, I mean, just taking a moment to share with me what has been going on with your growth since we last spoken, you know, even actively since graduation in April from Billie's AI program. Kind of share with me, as an AI genius, some of the things that you've been doing, you know, to kind of share your expertise with the community.
Yeah, so no is really just taking. I guess the best way to say it, Adrian, is well. First of all, let me say thanks a lot. It's an honor to be part of your community and to share with anyone that I get a chance that wants to grow. That's the key thing. I don't run out of energy to work with those that want to grow. So that's how I feel. Um, but no, when you think about it, we met with Billie Jean. For those of you that don't know Billie Jean, you don't know marketing genius, and more so IT. Uh, Facebook and the utilization of AI in digital marketing. And so, oftentimes, I love group coaches, I love communities because in a community, you're going to find a kindred spirit, a person who's going in similar direction, and it may not be to the same place, but in similar direction or on similar path. And I use path as purpose aligned towards heaven or purpose aligned towards helping. And so when a person's on path, they're really serving their purpose. And as we, talk about utilizing AI to do that, it helps accelerate it. Just this week, I was here working with our alumni association, and I did a training on AI, and I reminded people utilize AI to get you there, get you 80% there in 8% of the time. What does that do for your life? So if it took you 10 hours to do this big project, now if I can get 80% of it done in 8% of the time, I hadn't even done the math. So 10 times 60 is 600. If I go back, so that's 54 minutes versus those 10 hours, which is 600 minutes.
And
And
that's the
so,
engineering background in you. But break it down for the people like you shared with me earlier when you were talking about the book. Remember you were talking about how fast you were able to give that example if you could, because I think that might even break it down even further. Because we're
so
just at like engineering minds.
So literally, as I look at my screen here, there's a book idea that I had. So I was talking. I think that was Tuesday. My presentation was Thursday. So, Adrian, you and I talked on Tuesday, and she volunteered to critique my presentation. I got sidetracked. I'll just be real with you. Uh, so I was talking to another cohort accountability buddy, and we do things together. A young lady named Tarea. She's social media manager, and so we were talking, and Taria challenged me with something that it really hit home. She said, Howard, you need to finish the book, The 91-Day Year. And so just recently, I don't know if I shared this with Adrian, I invested in myself. I have an upcoming, I said, hey, I want someone to help me get back to speaking. And so the first question to ask is, what will be the one thing you speak to?
Mhm.
What will be the one thing you're known for? One thing. And that's challenging for people like us.
Right.
And
Mhm.
so I kind of put it together, is AI powered productivity and profitability for small business owners.
That's
That's what I
loaded.
speak to.
Okay, but I'm listening.
Harnessing the power of your 91-day year, or the 91-day year. And that's what I started writing the book on.
I love it.
About an hour and a half later, between a couple, or 2 hours later, between a couple phone calls, talking to my sister, and I have, I'm just looking at it as we speak here, literally 31,000 words done that I'm congruent with.
Mhm.
Now I'm gonna go back through it as I'm doing some traveling next week. I'm gonna just get a PDF, go through it, fine tune it, and then give it to an editor. And we talk about done beats perfect. So actually, we're doing a AI powered mastermind starting in August, where every week we will work with business owners. We'll do training, and then we do open AI coaching as it relates to productivity and business growth. That's it. And so, literally, someone said, "Hey, well, what's the exact details of it? When does it start?" Is I don't know, but
Right.
it's done.
I know you.
The
I
idea
know
is
you let
done.
me know.
We're
Right.
beginning to build it out, and will it be perfect? No. Will it impact people? Yes, those that choose to show up, it will make a huge difference in their life. And so then Thursday, we did a presentation. This is a lot of folks that know me. For those that don't know me, I actually own a retail store that we celebrate 25 years this year. And I had a person that literally said this to me: how do you do what you do? We know that you are active with our university. You're creating this concept around an academic homecoming. You're leading that. You helping raise funds. You run 2 golf tournaments as volunteer. You have your own business. Seem like you're traveling all the time. Because my mantra is work smarter, play harder, serve more.
I love
And
it.
so that's what I do. And so, but AI has helped me do a lot of it. A lot of my social posts are, it's my message, but it's a clone version of my voice.
Give us an example of, some pieces that you've used AI, kind of give that
Okay.
example.
No,
Mhm.
great example. So, cloning your voice simply means that you use a program that trains on your voice. And so now, basically, you will go through and read a script, depending on the training program, and it will use that script to understand your tone and your inflections, the good ones that really understand your inflections. And so I can take that now, and any script I upload, it will give me output in my own voice.
Now, are you using HeyGen for
I'm
your?
not using HeyGen. I'm using one called Lovo. I've
Okay.
been using it for 2 years now.
Hmm.
And so, from a productivity standpoint, is having a VA who's been with me a little over 2.5 years.
Okay.
She knows me well enough. She knows me and understand my tone that after the first couple months of critiquing, going back and forth, pretty much I don't really proof it anymore. I get it back and it's done.
In doing the research too, you've written some books too, though, right?
Correct.
So in regards to the time frame, my aunt who's actually down in Atlanta right now. They're celebrating our reunion, talking about family reunions. Um,
Hmm.
but anyway, but she's a published artist, publisher as well. So talk about how much time has AI saved you as a
Oh
publisher, just
gosh.
in that process. Mary Grant and her storytelling is. So how much time would that
I mean,
save?
it depends on the type of book you're doing. It could literally save you months to years.
Mhm.
I mean, literally. I have, one book I did, 2 books I've done are interview books where I interview people. Then I brought the content into a structure. So one's called Southern Greats, where I interviewed highly accomplished graduates of Southern University, our HBCU, my HBCU, and
Mhm.
then the Real Dads, Real Leaders, where I interviewed men and women and asked one question: hey, what's one lesson you learned from your dad that you still use in your life today? Now share the story that first taught the lesson. And then I put growth thoughts that men in particular can use in their life to implement this principle and live this principle with their kids. And so looking back, it would have saved, probably cut it in half on that one because I still had to interview people, would want to interview people. Uh, the other 2 that I've written, gosh, it probably would have uh, cut it by 90%, just like this one. Because this is going to be an ebook immediately. And once I fine tune it a little bit, and then we'll tweak it. And by the end of the year, we'll be launching the book.
Talk a little bit, Howard, about our black colleges. I know we talked about, you just went to an event where women in the NFL. My business partner right now is in Chicago. The women of the NFL are throwing an event, but talk about how women in NFL and this in the sport element, and how bringing all of this together with AI, just buying your time back so that you can actually do things like travel, and just how important that is just in your journey.
Well,
So. Mhm.
I think, you mentioned that I'm an engineer by degree, but I tell people, I had someone to say to me, as Howard, this was a lady, she said, you're not doing engineering. I said, I'm doing engineering. We solve problems. That's what we do.
Right.
And so when you think about it, you get paid for 2 things as a business owner: providing pleasure and removing pain. Both of them are solving problems.
Mhm.
How do I provide the perfect travel venue? How do I have my experience to be different than the other person's experience? Or removing pain. A person is hurting or don't have time, in our case, to be home for their son's fill in the blank or their daughter's recital because they're working too much to provide for the family. That's a pain.
Right.
Now, if I can take AI to help me get 80% there in 8% of the time, what does it do for your life?
Right.
So just an example of such, I was talking to someone, and literally, Adrian, it was powerful because I realized that they were not willing to have the mindset shift that's necessary
Mhm.
to embrace AI. And they were telling me they do copywriting for an entity, and they had to connect with different people. And I said, okay, what if we sat down for 30 minutes and I can write your scripts out for the year?
Mhm.
Well, it would not be me. And so I asked this question, and I challenge anyone listening is, when I write something, does a person care that Howard White spent hours to write it, or if Howard White was able to deliver it to where it solved a problem for them and helped them in their life, and it only took him 5 minutes to do it? Hours and it doesn't help, 5 minutes and it moves their needle.
Exactly.
They're going to go for the 5 minutes every day of the week and twice on Sundays. So, that's the amazing thing with this AI. And then someone else, we were in the session, and I had never said this before, and I'll say this now, is someone said, well, do you think people are going to be hooked on AI? I said, the ones that embrace it and use it.
Mhm.
Sir, can you give me your cell phone and I'll give it back to you at the end of the day? He looked at me. I said, "Oh, that's the way it's going to be.
Right.
That cell phone is a tool now that you use to stay in touch in different ways, and you don't want to give it up now." And so I truly believe it's going to become that way. I know I use AI, and as I would tell everyone, think of these three things: a thinking partner, a
Mhm.
brainstorming buddy, and a creative colleague. Well, Howard, what does that mean? Anytime you're looking to solve a problem, ask yourself, who are the two people I want in a room, and what's their expertise? Now go to AI and ask the questions you would ask those people. That's your thinking partner and brainstorming buddy. And then creative colleague. Anything that I have to create, let me start with AI to help me create it. And
Now,
so,
how
yep.
powerful is that AI tool? I talk about a lot owning it and designing your reality. Now, even as simple as how you describe as using AI as your partner, like when you think about your family, your faith, your fitness, your finance, and your fears, just having that whole total mindset
Mhm.
shift, like you were speaking of, how can you use AI or as simple as, something as a free chat GPT to kind of do some of the things you described?
You can say, like I challenge folks to solve problems, from a business to a personal. One guy had some real estate, said I need to, and this was in a class.
Mm-hmm.
All happen within 10 minutes. And like I told him, I said, it takes me longer to explain it and explain to you what I'm doing. I would have been finished 3 minutes ago if I was just doing it. And so literally he said, hey, I got to evict someone from an apartment or my property. And so and you're in real estate space. And I said, so I was teaching at the same time, is give it context and where's it at? So, hey, you're in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Now, according to local and state laws, give me all of the steps and timelines required and notices required to
Mm-hmm.
properly evict a tenant. Print it out, do this by this time, do this by this time. Here's how many days you got to do, wait, and now write me the proper letter for each one. Okay, literally almost that fast. And so 7, 8 minutes between talking and doing this, he had all of those scripts.
Which takes you to the next thing, which is the money making activities.
Right,
Seriously. So
reclaiming that apartment back, and and so
right,
he said, Howard, give me a script that will get Halle Berry to go out with me.
right,
And so I jokingly said, you definitely got to evict someone because now your wife gonna be divorcing you, so you
right,
have to need somewhere to live.
right, right.
But we had some fun with it. But the key thing, I think, they walked out. A couple individuals came up to me and said, "I didn't realize the depth and the conversation you can have." And what I was sharing with them is this is just like having a team member, because I would have been sitting in a meeting. Hey, John, go and research this and bring me a letter back for each one of the steps. Now,
Mhm.
that may have taken us 4 or 5 days of going back and forth versus 4 or 5 minutes of asking a question.
So, I mean, the greatest thing too, though, Howard, how has I just thank you too for your time, because I know even before you were busy doing something, it's a Saturday afternoon. So I thank you for that. So I don't
Well,
want
as
to
we
take.
speak, Adrian, I'm in the back of the store, just enjoying this conversation because this is what I do. My name is Howard. I help others win and realize dreams. I help others win and realize dollars. That's what I do. But more importantly, though, is how do uh, I would ask people to ask this question: what are problems I can solve that will provide me with more time and more profit? You know, uh,
Mhm.
when we train business owners, we talk about time, team, and money. Okay.
Mhm.
How do I get more time? How do I build a team and make more money?
That's what I'm leveraging. Just the idea with the digital franchise brands and
Yep.
this literal community with the random acts of kindness.
Hmm.
So, if you had an idea, money not being a situation or what have you, what would be the one acts of kindness idea that you would actually, want to actually implement?
I hadn't thought about it from that standpoint, because as I adopted the new mantra, I continuously try to do the kindness. I hadn't thought about that one act. I
That
asked
one act.
myself, how can I always stay in the moment and look for moment of kindness, whether it's um, in line with someone and just pay their bill and walk out and they never see me again, all the way down to pausing and taking time to volunteer for situations. And so I try to do those all the time. Um, one love, one I will move to and not want, it will happen, as we recently created a scholarship, is yearly being able just to drop anonymously and pay for a kid's tuition.
I love it. Any school or just say,
I probably will pick some schools. There'll be some parameters to how we choose the kid and student, but there'll be some things that just happen that all of a sudden they have zero balance.
I love it, Howard. I mean, that's in line with our Random Acts of Kindness campaign. We're celebrating 15 years, September 11th, 2024. So we're doing $15,000, 15 scholarship random acts of kindness. So with the community, just introducing people to the digital space, just people recommending different ideas. So that's what I'm going to go over here this afternoon as well after I speak with you. So just having those scholarships and just things, just sometimes not needing structure, people just needing support. And so that's kind of what that random acts of kindness. It's amazing that you're doing that as well. So we'll make sure you come on board as a sponsor too. So that will, give you that information. I'm throwing it out
Yeah.
there. But I mean, seriously, just to kind of leverage you and help each other, because that's the key thing. Because we have a billionaire plan, and in order to get there, we're going to have to put those pieces of additional virtual or real people. And so just building with the digital piece, that's what our angle is. Definitely.
Yeah, you're going to need all three. And so, one of the most powerful books I read is called Who Not How,
Hmm.
and always identifying who are the right people and then really begin to move through with it. And so, no, I love it. Random acts of kindness are really intentional acts of kindness.
Yeah.
And, it's, I just wrote it down. Mine will be, that will be BZB. I mean, PZB, Project Zero Balance. And so how do I get to the point where I'm generating the revenue to make that happen? And so on a consistent basis, and, it's an exercise that one of my mentors gave me, and I still haven't done it. I need to go and do it. He said to become comfortable with making $1 million a day, practice giving away 10% of that every day and see who you could bless. And so that makes you become comfortable with generating this type of revenue in
Hmm.
your business and in your life. And more so than revenue is profit in your business and in your life.
I like it. I like it. I can
Yeah.
see that. Yes. So, I mean, it really goes with the concept too, with just the billionaire mindset. A couple of days ago, I actually put out on day 52 of this billionaire journey I'm on that I
Hmm.
preached to billionaire, my first client, which is myself. And so, I've been doing all these billionaire meetings with other people, but realizing, at the end of the day that I'm putting all the pieces together in regards to what I can and can't accomplish. And so when you reach that mindset, the financial pieces and everything else will come with the structure of the plan. So just like you kind of described too, if you don't believe in what your lever is, right, in regards to what you can and cannot do, AI buying 80% of your time back, just the what can be, just being open to the education and conversation. That's what you provide as a growth coach. And I saw it like you said, just the structure of it. So now that 91 day or 91 year, is it 91 day growth plan, right?
Well, it's the 91-day year system.
1 day year, yes.
Yeah, 91-day year. And what it really simply does is help people get clarity of purpose,
Hmm.
create a dynamic growth vision, and then once you have that, you create your 91-day year goals. What are the 2 to 3 things that you're going to get accomplished this next 91 days that's going to move you closer to your vision? Your vision is typically 3 years out. And so when you're creating the vision, you don't try to figure out how, you just listen to your heart.
Yep.
What is on your heart? What are the heart desires? And then you begin to move and act on that. And then in our system, the next step after you have your 91-day year goals, you focus on a week at a time. And we call it have your best week ever. I mean, just think about it. If you just keep having good weeks and gooder weeks and just getting it gooder and better. And if this week is better than last week, it's just, oh man, it's just so sweet. But the beautiful thing about a week is it's enough time, it has a long enough time to do something significantly. But it's also a short enough time when life hits you, it's easier to reset.
Yes.
Too many people set these goals for a year and then they don't focus on them week in, week out. And then once you've set those weekly um, plan, so it's a weekly plan, then you do daily objectives. So you get in and say, okay, hey, every day, here's what I need to do. We have a process we used to do, and I got to get back to doing it in this system called when you're doing your weekly plan, it's creating your ideal week.
Hmm.
And so you map out your schedules, your rest times, your date nights, whatever it is, all the F's. Here's what going to happen here. And that's your ideal week. And you can hand it to your team and say, hey, here's my week. And your team members really will respect and hold you accountable to this from that standpoint. If you're willing to, invest, and it's an investment about 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes an hour and a half on a Sunday night, preferably, or Monday morning to really lay your week out. And when you do that, man, it's just awesome results. Awesome. I mean, just awesome.
I have to mention that consistency is key. Like, I've honestly been doing this affirmations daily, this
Mhm.
90-second fitness routine, this reading every day for 30 minutes, and my Power Rangers for every day since September. And the consistency of having a plan, Howard, like you're saying, in regards to just an approach of how to get things, and then doing it like you say, you want to do a week, but doing it 24 hours
Yeah.
and being and accomplishing a little bit better on that plan and being consistently moving towards growth. I mean, that has honestly been the key to success. Not just only, it's just the key to success. So, and leaving it there. So I do want to, I know I know I took way longer than I promised in
Oh,
regards
we
to the
good. We
time.
good. We good. We
But
good.
I do want to ask my friend, is there anything that you want to leave as we're building our billionaire brands with AI and automation? And, we talked a little bit about how AI can help in regards to buying your time back and the value of that and random acts of kindness. So is there anything that you want to actually kind of leave with this community as we grow and build? Because again, you being a part of this foundation and the branding that you provided, just the partner, the mentorship, this is just the introduction. This is not the last time you'll be here with us. But is there anything
No,
that
no,
you
we're
want to
definitely here to
actually,
help and
yes.
serve more. And so, a couple things, Adrian, I would leave people with. Number one is remember you are the brand. Okay, whether you're I don't know where you are listening to this in your life, whether you're in college as a student, you're the brand. People know how you show up, and every day, every moment of the day, show up how you would like to be perceived. That's the only way to do it. You are the brand. That's number one. Number two is spend time to get clarity of purpose. You're a cop. That's the cop.
Mhm.
Once you do that, I mean, because once you understand who you are and why you are, it makes it easy to say not now to things that do not serve your purpose. It makes it easy to focus on the things that are necessary. And then the last thing, in order to grow, you have to stretch yourself. And the best way to stretch yourself is to engage in a community, a coach, and consultants that are 2 to 3 steps ahead of you so they can pull you in their direction. Because real growth happens outside of your comfort zone. That's right. When you become uncomfortable, that is when you begin to grow.
Comfortable being uncomfortable. That has been the statement for the week.
Yes.
Yes, even building this random acts of kindness campaign with my business partner, we have literally trying to just expound to other heights, taking things to the next level. So Howard, thank you so much, my friend, for your time this afternoon. And I do thank you again for just the opportunity to speak with you.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's amazing. Keep doing them. And random intentional acts. That's it.
That's it.
Random intentional acts. Be intentional about finding ways to randomly surprise people. I'll leave it at that. And when you do that, here's one thing will happen: the universe will surprise you because oftentimes you have to release to make room and to receive.
You do.
You have to release to make room to receive. And I'll close with this. Before I got on this call, my prayer was, Dear God, allow me to be a river, not a reservoir. Allow what has been poured into me to flow through me so that it can be deposited where best fit. And with that, we started our conversation.
Oh,
Adrian, it's been a blessing.
thank you. Rest in heaven, Marie Gray. Thank you so much, Howard. That was amazing. Okay, I want to let you go, my friend, and I will talk soon.
Definitely
Thank you.
will.
Thank you. So, Adriane Mayes, AI genius, just honestly just thankful for this opportunity to connect with Howard White today. We engaged a lot about done beats perfect, and today being the memorial of Marie Gray passing away, and him ending was so instrumental in that way. So I thank God for having the opportunity to start off the Done Beats Perfect Random Acts of Community uh, day today, just being able to kind of share with everyone what it's all about, and share with everyone how we're going to grow together in a community. So what I want to do here with us is have a work and learning opportunity. This is the second part where we're going to build upon the whole concept of what acts of kindness is, the random acts of kindness, and the presentation that we just had with our amazing speakers. So what we're doing September 11th, 2024 is Random Acts of Kindness Day. And we're celebrating 15 years in the community, CCC Because We Care Foundation, and being president of CCC Because We Care Foundation, Adriane Mayes. I'm honored to have an organization that focuses on financial education and wealth creation and health and wellness, travel experiences, AI marketing education. And like I was sharing with Howard, conquering those family, the faith, the fears, the finance, and the fitness, all in one. And this special community, if you go to cccwecaremi.com, or we're jumping right into going to the community. When you get to, I want to walk you through how to access the whole 9 yards of what this random acts of kindness opportunity is for CCC Because We Care Foundation. So Unika Gaines and I connected, and we talked about what the journey to generosity is going to look like for the next couple of months, getting to September 11th, 15 years in the community. And we wanted to make sure we brought the heat, right? Come on, we're amazing. So in the 15 years, if you go to cccwecaremi.com, we're actually offering opportunity to submit random acts of kindness funding ideas. So wanting your ideas, and to how you're going to do that is to post these ideas in the community. So when you go to cccwecaremi.com, you enter your name, your phone number, your email, and all that fun information, and you'll join the community that I'll go over here shortly. Now, when you're submitting your acts of kindness and the idea for funding, it could be the next funding idea. So you want to get into this community, you want to introduce yourself, and actually share the actual community with others, because we want to learn how kindness can be such a powerful tool to build wealth. And enjoying travel experiences, financial education, AI marketing education. And so your random acts of kindness sponsorship, when you go to the page, maybe you're not ready yet. So you can go ahead and fill out your contact information here and consider becoming a sponsor, or write in the box here what you do want to sponsor, because if you're not ready yet, that's okay. So again, jumping into the random acts of kindness categories, on September the 11th, 2024, again, we're selecting 15 awardees. They'll receive funding for their idea to transform lives in key impact areas. This could be AI educational development, financial education, wealth creation, health and wellness, and travel experiences. So what you need to know eligibility-wise is there's no restrictions. Individuals under age 18, they may have to get parent consent based on their acts of kindness. But once I show you how the proposal is simple and easy to submit into the community, the process is simple. Logging into the community, you're going to actually get an email once you fill out your name and phone number, and it shows you how to get into the acts of kindness community and engage in the community. From now until September 11, 2024, engage by introducing yourself, by sharing strategies, tactics. Check out the course that we're going to go over here shortly. Just engage in regards to growth of yourself with random acts of kindness in these different areas. So we have sponsors that can actually be involved as well. And the sponsors can be able to have different levels. Our Motor City Visionary sponsors, as I was speaking with Howard just a moment ago, those are our premier sponsors. And they'll have their name and logo on all event materials, just like leading up to the event, being sponsored for speaking engagements such as those, and being able to, as Howard White's engagement, being able to be a part of the social media, being a part of company signage, and opportunities to include materials at the actual virtual event, September 11th. So having virtual gift cards, virtual opportunities to speak. This is the different opportunities for the Motor City Visionary sponsor. At the Motown Innovator sponsorship at $10,000, this is a title sponsorship level as well, where you have your name and logo on different materials. You have your logo and PR, but a little bit less than the visionary sponsor. Then you have your Great Lakes Guardian sponsorship at $5,000, where you have recognition on event materials and event social media. And you have company signage at the giveaway and 15 raffle tickets for the actual giveaway for the event on September 11th. Then you have the Spirit of Detroit partner, which is $2,500. And at that sponsorship level, you're able to receive 3 raffle tickets for the event on September 11th, 2024. And then we have your Freedom partner at $1,000. And those are recognition on event materials and social media. And again, the Acts of Kindness virtual exhibitor is at $250. If you want to just be a virtual exhibitor, just be posted in regards to our media, our landing pages, our website, any type of signage that we have that is leading up to the event, that's actually a virtual exhibitor. Or if you have an in-kind donation, again, you would submit your information on that sponsorship form and type in what your actual donation would be. and submit that information. If it's monetary or if it's some type of in-kind donation, that's how you would go about that process. So once you actually go through and answer any of the questions and how to get the ideas funded, you literally post your idea into the community. Adriane Mayes, how do you get into the community? Let's go right into it. So you just click the button here and it says join the Acts of Kindness community. And you'll actually receive an email and you'll come to a page here that'll tell you more about the charitable event. The charitable event, again, being on September the 11th, 2024. And it's going to be where we have 15 ideas that are going to be funded virtually starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 15 years being September 11th, 2024 for CCC Because We Care Foundation. And how those actual ideas are going to be selected is the 15 top voted ideas in the Acts of Kindness community that will receive funding and recognition. So be a part of this exciting collaboration. You can actually submit ideas on behalf of AI education development, financial education, wealth creation, health and wellness, and travel experiences. So what to actually expect on September 11th and why would you want to be involved in this event? Well, 15 ideas will be the most voted in the Acts of Kindness community. From now until September 10th will be awarded funding. 3 ideas from each community category will be selected. Virtual exhibitors, explore and support all of the random Acts of Kindness virtual exhibitors. They'll have their own area within the actual community to showcase different virtual products, and different incentives along the way. And participate in exciting raffle giveaways for a chance to win amazing prizes. Witness the granting of various acts of kindness ideas, fostering community spirit and goodwill. So what does CCC Because We Care Foundation do? We empower individuals and foster a supportive growth community through acts of kindness, wealth creation, financial education, health and wellness, travel experiences, and AI educational programs. So again, being fund started in September 11, 2009, our mission was simple: to empower, model, innovate, and prosper. So our purpose is to show people how to use acts of kindness in business and in life by leveraging AI tools to provide underprivileged individuals with digital franchise wealth creation training, empowering them to create financial success and become successful leaders in our global society. And our vision is empowering and modeling athletes, entrepreneurs, action takers, ages 13 to 85, through leadership, entrepreneur life skills, employability skills, financial literacy, business planning, environmental awareness, conflict resolution, substance abuse awareness, healthy living, AI marketing education, and just the growth and building. So your email will have the registration to join us on the charitable evening. So when you actually receive your email, you'll get to a tab that looks like this here. And this is the login of the Random Acts of Kindness community. So when you actually get to this login, what you want to do is enter your information here. So I'm going to continue with Google for the live example. And so once you actually log in and you type in a password, okay, and then it goes to set password here. So we're doing this live here together, and then you pop into the actual community. So I want to make sure that you're able to see the community that you pop into. And so what you want to do is complete your profile. So when you're completing your profile, when you first come in, you click the tab here, and when you click the tab, it allows you to upload your basic information. So go ahead and upload your basic information, such as your profile picture, full name, Adriane Mayes, your title, which can actually be displayed here. And so we're going to go, because I'm the president. I'm just going to go AI genius. We're not going to go technical. And then, you can enter the bio and your location. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. And so you want to enter this information. So I do want to live by example, right? So let me go ahead and enter this information. So I don't want to be a hypocrite. I want to make sure I'm genuinely doing what I ask you all to do, right? So I didn't even know this part was here. How about that? You learn things together. So that's how we're growing. So anyway, you go into to filling out this information for your profile, and you save this information. So here I will put President CCC because we care, because we do care. Yay. And the other information, profile slug, and then I click save. And you're also able to update all of your account information. Amazing. So when I'm in the profile here, so you want to go ahead and complete your profile. And when you jump into the community, you want to give me a second. And so go through each step of going through the community. And what I'm going to do is bring up the community so we can kind of take a look together to see how this will work for you when you actually receive your email and the whole 9 yards. So the great thing is, when you set up an actual campaign, what that means is you're setting up a program or process that you're actually going to follow for your business. So what we've done is set up the Random Acts of Kindness community. And what you'll receive right away is email that will have your information and allow you to log into the community. So in the community, this is where you're going to want to have people log in to share your, once you post your idea, it's free, you're not a charge to post your idea, but once you post your different ideas, you want to share and get votes and people to like, and you to actually get higher on the leaderboard supporting others. So when you're looking at the leaderboard, and we're going to go into all of this fun here shortly, I'm just bringing up this information here, one moment here. And so I want to have my share screen. And I love doing things live because, you get to see the genuine action of how things go sometimes. So the great thing is I'm using a program called Go High Level. And with Go High Level, I'm going to show you how you can actually build your community. And when you build a community, you're able to invite people to your community and build. And so this one is called the Random Acts of Kindness community, where we're going to show where you're going to submit your ideas. So when you come into your login screen, you'll see the screen here. And then from your login screen, you will log in and you will come to the screen here. So as you see, you want to come to the Start Here screen. So this explains exactly about the actual community. It tells you about scoring points. So you want to read this here first. The leaderboard is designed to motivate and reward participants for submitting ideas and supporting others in the Random Acts of Kindness community. So you want to submit your actual progress through virtual celebration on September 11, 2024. So you get points for submitting an idea, you're receiving a like on your idea, receiving a comment on idea, liking someone else's idea, commenting on someone else's idea, and sharing the campaign on social media. So level 1 is the kindness initiator. Your reward is a welcome badge and a certificate of participation. Level 2 is your kindness contributor. Like level 3 is kindness advocate. Level 4 is kindness champion. Level 5 is kindness influencer. Level 6 is kindness leader. Level 7 is kindness ambassador. Level 8 is the kindness hero. Level 9 is the kindness legend. So the great thing about this, and why I wanted to show this amazing acts of kindness quest, is the sponsors that we're going to reach out to they're going to be different sponsors. For example, great sponsors in the past that have partnered with us in our different initiatives include Finish Line, they include Meijer, they include Sam's Club, they include Walmart, they include Foot Locker, Metro Detroit Foodland, Amazon, so many different sponsors that we have. So literally the plight and the steps in regards to growth, having the CCC.WeCareMI.com and the sponsorship tab finished just talking with Howard in regards to growth and of our organizations. So having the sponsorship available with CCC We Care, just having this sponsorship with the acts of kindness and being able to have different levels. Now what we're going to do with the leaderboard and building with the community, yes, now it'll be open and we're going to officially launch on July the 11th. Unica Gaines and Adriane Mayes going to launch the actual event. But right now, just kind of doing the testing the waters. And so when you come to CCCWeCareMI.com/sponsor, I went over the different sponsorship levels that are on the main page, but it allows you to see the different sponsorship packages that are available. And so we're looking for sponsors, as many sponsors as possible to help fund these different acts of kindness ideas that are going to come from the community. I mean, it can literally be from anything and about anything. So the different categories and how you vote, I wanted to make sure we covered that in the community, not wanting to go too fast over that information. But, once we have those different levels and the different sponsors, right? We want to make it as large as possible. As you see on the left-hand side here, you have your announcements, which shows you just about the raffle, as well as how to submit your acts of kindness to the community. You want to click the introductions tab and introduce yourself and answer one question. If you could do anything as a random act of kindness and money wasn't an issue, what would it be? Post this here in the introductions tab so you have information about who the community and growing with each other. If you click on the kindness idea to be funded, submit your random act of kindness idea to be funded. If you don't know which category to choose on your left-hand side, and you have a creative and impactful idea for random acts of kindness, we want to hear from you still. So post in the kindness idea to be funded selection. But we do have the category where if you have an AI educational development idea, you can post in that group. If you have a financial education idea, you can post in that group. If you have a travel experience idea, you can post in that group. If you have a wealth creation, you can post in that group. And if you have a physical, mental, or health or wellness idea, you can post in that group. And even within each group, we even provide what a sample post or would look like. For example, in the health and wellness, so if you had a community wellness program for seniors, so if you had an idea as Sarah Thompson, a wellness coach with over 12 years of experience in promoting healthy lifestyles. So she's passionate about helping seniors maintain their health and well-being through community-driven initiatives. So problem statement, many seniors face health challenges due to a lack of access to regular physical activity and wellness programs, leading to decreased quality of life and increased healthcare costs. Proposed solution, I propose creating a community wellness program specifically designed for seniors. This program will include weekly fitness classes, nutrition workshops, and social activities, and promote overall well-being and foster a sense of community. Implementation plan, phase 1, develop program curriculum and recruit qualified instructors. Phase 2, launch pilot program in selected communities. Phase 3, collect feedback and make necessary adjustments. And phase 4, expand program to additional communities and monitor the process. So the expected impact of this program will improve the physical and mental health of participating seniors, reduce healthcare costs, and create a supportive community environment. By promoting regular physical activity and healthy living and healthy eating, we aim to enhance the quality of life for seniors. So the budget estimate is the curriculum development of $4,000, instructor recruitment and training of $3,000, program launch of $5,000, and expansion and monitoring of $3,000. And so their actual conclusion, my conclusion, wellness program has the potential to significantly improve the health and well-being of seniors, creating lasting positive impacts on their quality of life. I look forward to the support and feedback to bring this initiative to life. So that is an example of an actual idea to be submitted. And so the next step will be to go and have people like that idea to have your idea funded. So simple and easy, right? Step 1, go to community and CCC We Care. Let me make sure we have the different steps. So it's simple and easy to submit. I mean, and it's so great and full of having the opportunity to speak with the legend Howard White here today. As I told him that he was so instrumental just in my journey and the growth and process in the building of this billionaire of Adriane Mayes, AI genius. So hearing his strategies, and he failed to talk about, he was, talked about his expansion into Barbados. And I mean, he's a powerful growth coach. And I am just honored to have him in my journey. So Howard White, thank you so much again. And again, this is just the beginning of me launching the community with you guys for building this billionaire brand with AI. We're going to, of course, launch it officially on July the 11th, 2024. And it'll be 2 months, and Unica Gaines and Adriane Mayes will be launching that. So it'll be amazing. But right now, just kind of building some momentum, random acts of kindness, and thanking again for done beats perfect, getting it done, starting the first steps, and getting our feet wet with growing our random acts of kindness campaign, helping others, and our whole vision of growth goals of acts of kindness and financial education, wealth creation, travel experiences and health and wellness, and AI marketing education, all coming full-fledged with building a community with random acts of kindness with Detroit. One product, educate. We're dope. That's what we are. And the sooner that you realize this billionaire mindset starts with you, that the faster you'll get to your why. The one reason that you have a passion and a goal, you can listen to the naysayers and what you should and should not do. But the key thing is continue to put your foot in front of one foot in front of the next, each and every moment of every day. Just be strong enough within your day to know that everything is going to be okay. I applaud and I'm so excited as my family right now is down in Atlanta, Georgia, Stone Mountain, Georgia, celebrating, our family reunion being there and then my other family is in Princeton, Kentucky, celebrating the life of rest in heaven, Marie Gray, and celebrating. And then we have my family in Chicago, Illinois, Enika Gaines and AJ Gaines, celebrating the women of the NFL, building community initiatives all over the world. And Adriane Mayes right here in Detroit, Michigan, what up though? And the captain of the Detroit ChatGPT revolution, just full of thankfulness that God chose me for this journey. I hope that you've gotten some value out of this video, almost an hour here today. Leave in the comments if you're dope. Detroit one product, educate, but you might have your own vision, your own why, your own purpose, your own plan. But the key thing is to keep going, to not stop and just keep going. The whole 9 yards of day 55 of the billionaire journey. It's really about creating consistency on a platform, as we're going to continue to do every week on Saturdays at 3 o'clock. You'll have some type of information, some type of live in regards to AI and growth and networking and building. But the key thing is money-making activities, but it's not just about the zeros in your bank account. Because again, it's funny, like I've been around millions, I've been around billions, I've been around people that have no money, I've been around it all. And when I look at which process do I like best, I like the ones with that money. So when you look at that process and the work that you have to put in, the work is within you. I mean, you can do Netflix and chill if you like on a Saturday evening or afternoon, or you can actually grind towards your goal. You can take a break or you can read Straight Line Leadership and get your mind right again for the third or fourth time. Or you can go grab a tax-free wealth book and go read it again for the third or fourth time, because until you get it, you might have to read it again and again and again. And Adriane Mayes right now, AI genius, no longer is upset with who she has to be. Sometimes I have to look at things a couple more times, but my plan is to re-engineer the employment and retirement and education system. And looking at the presidential debate a couple of days ago, seeing Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and then seeing the day after our newscasters kind of laughing about the process and kind of seeing how leadership is viewed in the United States. I mean, I'm just going to be the leader of Adriane Mayes. I don't have to comment on anybody else and how their process. I know it has to have a government that works, but the government that I have to have work is within me. And so if I can create change within Adriane Mayes, to be able to take and encounter whatever I have to deal with, but just be the best within me, just be positive, don't be negative, listen to perspectives, grow within and know that anything is possible, then billionaire status is coming. The zeros in the bank account will line up with the mindset, because the mindset is never going to stop behind the action. And the action will continue as long as you're doing things for the right reasons. So being genuine, knowing your process, having a plan and working it every single day, that's the only empower model, innovate and prosper model I know. So Adriane Mayes will get there in the process and the progress. It might not look like how everybody wants it to look. Hey, it might not even look like how Adriane Mayes wants it to look, but I'm gonna keep going. And the key thing is that's all you have to do as well. So done beats perfect. Hopefully here today, I wanted to take off my black dress as I had on earlier. Marie Gray, once I read some of the information that Tessa Gray put out in regards to digital real estate, she didn't want anybody to have on black during her memorial. And I wasn't able to log on to the live, but doing my live at 3 o'clock, that making sure that I got that accomplished, I just wanted to make sure that rest in heaven, Marie Gray. I appreciate the journey as much as the destination, and the impact you made on my life is, I got so many memories today. It's just such a full afternoon. It's just like crazy. So I thank God for me being who I am, because at some point I know those lines are crossed again at the right time. And I'm just so thankful that God blessed me to be in Murray, Kentucky, from Detroit, Michigan, to Princeton, Kentucky, to everywhere in the world, 48 out of 50 states in the United States. I mean, come on, international as well. We got a lot of work to do. So now we have some things to do here virtually. And we're going to get it done September 11th, 2024, celebrating 15 years with CCC Because We Care Foundation, president of CCC Because We Care Foundation. My why, my passion, my growth, my next step is to putting it all together. And we creating this billionaire brand within. Let's do it. And I'm here with you in the trenches with you. So the ingenuine, the consistency, the process, it's within you as well. And you're not alone. You have email, you have phone numbers. I'm live. We're giving you actual funding ideas. So we're giving you the tools that you need, but you have to take on to those tools. We were just talking in Smith Counseling earlier today, about having tools and people equating money to certain levels or creating accomplishments to be able to reach your feet. Your accomplishment honestly comes within, when you have God or higher power leading your fight. When you know that sometimes you're going to make mistakes and fail, and know the first attempt in learning is kind of listening and kind of seeing how you're being perceived, and sometimes being quiet. The growth in it all comes in time. It's one of those things, I guess, with 44, I'm learning in this journey of being a billionaire, that sometimes being quiet is just okay. It's just enough. Sometimes that word no, next opportunity, but sometimes no means no. And you have to protect your space from whatever you feel at this moment in your time. But the one thing that you always have to have in line is the plan that you don't have any control over. It's God's plan. And you just stay humble to it, and you stay consistent in it, and you'll have done beats perfect. You'll have AI, you'll have opportunities to connect and build and be the best you that you can build. So I hope you got some value out of this video here today. We are going to be here live every Saturday, 3 o'clock, going live, building up to the Random Acts of Kindness campaign. And we're going to just build momentum with that. The AI Accelerator Work and Learning Experience program, we have that packaged, and we're going to, have that tabled for now, just more so focusing on the Random Acts of, and it can change tomorrow, but you never know. But right now we're focusing on the Random Acts of Kindness campaign. And reaching out to all these different businesses to actually make this virtual event amazing. That's the next step. So again, thank you so much for the opportunity to serve you in so many facets. CCC Because We Care Foundation, being a change, just being dope, just being Adriane Mayes, AI genius, just being the captain of the Detroit ChatGPT revolution. You see all these labels? Pick one. I'm gonna pick all the positive ones. They can pick all the negative ones if they want to. Adriane's going to pick all the positive ones. I can look at the electromechanical engineering one. I'll pick that. I can look at the master's in business and administration and marketing and management. I can pick that too. But then if you want to put all the other listing, I have some bad ones. So, I'm going to focus on the good ones, and I'm going to focus on the good ones and keep focusing on the good ones. And I'm going to keep maybe falling, slipping. I'm not going to listen to the naysayers anymore because I'm going to win. And that's all I have in my mind. So leave them in the comments if you're with me. I can, I will, I must. Let's go. Deuces.